This is Social Realities with Dr. Med. Welcome to my channel. I hope you like and subscribe. Today I want to talk about Love and Hip Hop Miami and the episode this week that aired. In particular, the notion of colorism. We've been saying that a lot, and it keeps playing itself out over and over and over and over again. From OG to Evelyn, from Amara to Flo, which happened today, to Erica Mena and Spice. These things keep playing themselves out, and they're playing themselves out for a reason, and it's really interesting. This particular episode, we have Flo, who is Haitian, and we have Amara, who's from the Dominican Republic, and they are in battle. I got to do a little history lesson, okay, just for a moment. So the Caribbean, like most places in the world, were carved up for colonialism. So Haiti is considered the French side of the island because the Dominican Republic and Haiti is one island. And I think it was 1697, there was a war, and that divided the island from the Spaniards and the French. And so the Spaniards owned or colonized DR, and the French colonized Haiti. And there's been this beef that goes way past the Biggie Tupac beef with Haiti and Dominican Republic. I mean, you just have to know the history. Shout out to my baby daddy, Tucson. And shout out to Haiti for being the first Black independent nation in the Western Hemisphere. And that is an accomplishment. Back to the subject. So we had these two women beefing, and Flo decides to say something about Amara, and she says, "Black, black." And for a moment, I thought Miss Daisy from Driving Miss Daisy was finna slap Jane Pittman. Like, this was a scene from Jim Crow, y'all. This ain't no new shit. This is a scene from Jim Crow. Okay? You got these two beautiful women. Okay? And the lighter complected woman decides that she wants to weaponize the word black as if it's not a part of her. Not a part of her ancestry. Not a part of her history. And let's just get off of Flo individually. But for the sake of the episode, and just stick to it. And I'm going to try and be as respectful as possible, because I want to really respect everybody I want to respect people when I talk about them, because they are human beings. And I'm an educator, so I'm going to always believe that somebody can be reformed, somebody can change their mind on a view, somebody can apologize and really mean it, and somebody can learn from an example. And this is a great time to have a conversation about what is it that got Black women fighting over the standards that white supremacy created. Like, why are we even in this discussion? Like, why are we even talking about this? These demarcations, these identities, these colors, they were created out of hatred, out of racism, out of white supremacy, and we're still dealing with them in the 21st century. And for me to see two women under the age of 40, or I don't know how old they are, but they're young women, to see these young women be able to utilize a word that had that kind of power in the 60s, perhaps, if you were a white person and you said something like that. I mean, even the term black, like how, I just can't wrap my mind around it, y'all. It really is messing me up. Like, VH1, are y'all going to have a debrief with this? Are y'all going to have some kind of HR meeting? Do y'all call everybody to have a meeting? Do y'all have orientation? Do you do DEI training? Do you have a CDO? Do you have certain hours of continuing education that they have to, take in order to stay to stay active I'm just trying to figure this out, because this still is a workspace, and I'm trying to understand who in the workspace was sitting there and standing there watching this shit happen. And I know they were affected. And what we're not going to do is, I'm not going to make it all about flow for this, because for me, that came from somewhere, and that came from somewhere deep. And the fact that she has a husband that is darker than Amara. She said black as if it's not a part of her family, as if it's not something that's a part of her lineage, her heritage, as if it was something that she could just like deploy out of her mouth. And everyone was to stop, listen, and bow. Like, that hit me deep. My family is, my mom is not from the United States. She's from the Caribbean. And I dealt a lot and still struggle with issues around color, complexion. And I don't deal with it in a sense of like, I hate myself. It's not that kind of thing, but it is a trigger. It's very much a trigger. And I don't like when Black people pretend that stuff doesn't exist. And that's probably why a lot of our psychosis remain in society, because we act like stuff don't exist. We act like people don't do inappropriate things to their own children. We act like abuse is normal. We act, like, when are we going to stop normalizing stuff and start looking at it like it is a disease? It is a problem. It needs to be uprooted and eradicated. And for me, this is a time that we can have that kind of conversation. I'm not trying to get all, power to the people. It's not about all that. But I'm a Black woman, and that shit hit. And I'm a Black woman of a certain age, a certain sensibility, a certain understanding of myself, and it still hit. And when I saw Flo, I saw a woman who was broken. And any way she could destroy Amara, she was going to do it with her tongue. And the fact that Black was the word that you thought would put the nail in the so-called coffin, you know what I mean, makes it even more disturbing. Is it just me? What do you think? What do you think about it? Please let me know. Please like, subscribe. Please put some comments. DM me if you want to talk to me about this kind of subject matter. I would love to have a panel on this discussion. Like, these are the kinds of things we need to capture. And let's not wait till February to do it, okay? Because Black History Month is every damn day, okay? Because we built this country. We've built this world on our back. And we deserve to have some time set aside so we can talk about ourselves and not talk about nobody else. So this conversation isn't about the whiteness in the room. This conversation is about what's going on inside of you that makes you feel like one person's complexion dictates their destiny. Social Realities with Dr. Med. Deuces.